Okay, guys, today's episode, we have an update on the cowboy. We have another date with Teacher Trish and a new character unlocked. So sit down, shut up, and let's debrief.
Gentle and sweet knocks me off my feet every time I see him.
Okay, so we are back on the cheetah couch.
Purr.
And Casey's here in her cowboy PJs.
Oh.
Very on theme.
Oh, this?
This whole thing,
Oh,
she actually came in cowboy boots. For everyone who didn't get to see. So we need a cowboy update.
We need a cowboy update. I wish there was some juicy tea to spill about this man, but no. We had texted a little bit like a few days after we'd seen each other, and I don't know, at that point I was kind of convinced that like it was probably just like a one-time thing. I knew that he had a show coming up this past Thursday.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, he had a show. And he'd like loosely mentioned it, and at other, like last month or January or whatever, he had invited me to a show before. So when he mentioned this one, I was like, interesting. I wonder if I'm going to get an invite to this one, if I'm being for real. I kind of don't think I am, because he probably invited me to the last one because he wanted to get in my pants, and now that it was in my pants, he doesn't want to necessarily invite me to the next one. So it definitely felt like a litmus test of like what exactly this is, or like what exactly he wants from me, because if he wanted to have me in his life in like a real way, or like felt serious about me, which of course he doesn't, I wasn't expecting him to, yeah, then I think he would have invited me to the show. Spoiler alert, he didn't.
Really?
He did not invite me to a show. But
do you know anyone else that got invited?
No, I don't know his friends like that. So yeah, I don't know who else was there. But I did not get an invite.
No.
Which is fine. I was not expecting one, again, because it's like sex changes everything. And yeah, I think there's a million reasons why I could rationalize why he didn't invite me. And we could get into that if it matters. He did text me the day before and asked me to hang out again, but not to go to his show. There's just like some comedy special he wants to see. And then also that night, it was Wednesday night, he texted me, he's like, oh, I got last minute tickets to a concert in Pasadena. Just like seeing if you were free. And unfortunately I wasn't. Like I already had plans with my girlies, and yeah, so I couldn't go. So he did invite me to do something else, and he did try to make a plan, but granted it was like hours before. Like, this man, he is an air sign through and through. I'm an earth sign. We are natural opposites. I want plans in advance. Like, I'm booked and busy. Like, get your time in on my schedule. Like, I gotta pencil you in.
That you were like, oh, no, sorry.
Yeah.
I have plans with my friends, because I feel like a lot of people in this situation would be like,
would cancel on their girls?
Yeah.
No, I would never.
I'm
a girl's girl. I think so.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's your tea. That's your business. Do what you gotta do in those moments. But it's like, and maybe for a different person, I perhaps would have. But it's like, I know that this guy is just super casual, and he's not going to change his plans for me, probably, so I'm not going to change my plans. Like, I don't know.
I love this for you, though.
Yeah. I loved being able to be like, no.
Yeah, because he doesn't know what you're doing.
I expect that he'll probably reach out again to follow up on the plan.
Gonna say, did he follow up? Like, can I see you next week? Or what are you doing tomorrow?
No, definitely not what
he
doing
just
tomorrow.
Like said, okay, see you soon.
Yeah, or like he was like, okay, well another time. He's not gonna be like 5 days from now, or he's not going to text me about a plan 5 days. He's going to text me surely Monday or Tuesday, because he knows I'm off those days, and he'll hit me up at like 6 p.m. and be like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Type thing. So it just all around very casual, not making any sort of real plan. Yeah, just wants to get me in his apartment again, probably.
How are you feeling about this?
I think I will end up feeling some type of pain and loss and hurt, which is dumb, because I can totally rationalize that this is not my man. Like, I know that we're nowhere near compatible. We wouldn't work out. So the rational part of me knows that, but then there's still the sensitive, emotional, wounded child that just wants to be accepted and wants someone to choose them. And yeah, so it's like on the days I'm not seeing him or hearing from him, I'm fine, because I'm like, well, I don't like him anyway. Like, we don't work anyway, and it's my choice, actually, that we're not talking. But then when his name pops up on my screen, I'm like, ooh.
I don't blame you at all, and I think so many people can relate to this. I think it's so easy just to be like, I know this isn't going to work out rationally.
Yeah.
But I think if we could all just do what we're rationally supposed to do, none of us would be in this predicament.
No.
You can't help it when you start to get those feelings, especially when you share an intimate moment with someone. And as much as I always want to be like, it's just that, for me, I always have a little bit of something that attaches to them.
Especially if it continues. Like, I think I will get myself into some sort of pickle if I do see him more than once and like share more intimacies. I think it will be hard to separate feelings and attachments. I like to think, having just done it once, I have a clearer head about it, but honestly, I don't.
I don't blame you, honestly. We've
So
all been there. I mean, who would pass up a cowboy? Someone tell me, because you're lying.
No, like, if y'all saw him, I mean, looking at every single camera, every single person in the eyes, if y'all saw him, you would be doing the same shit. You would be doing this exact same shit.
Absolutely. I watch Yellowstone, and I'm like, I need to marry a cowboy, and if I don't, I'm not getting married.
Yes!
I feel it.
Cowboy
I
or
totally
nothing.
understand you.
Yeah. Maybe it's not necessarily the cowboy for everyone, but I think I've mentioned this before, that, like, this type is my ideal fantasy. Like, he is every hot book character that I would fantasize about in my youth. Like,
he's a book talk guy.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Doesn't
He's
mean
a
he's
romantic
a good guy.
No.
But the fantasy of him.
But the fantasy feels really good. So it's like, maybe it's not the cowboy for everyone, but everyone has some sort of like ideal fantasy. And when they come into your life, you're kind of powerless to resist. I'm just a mere mortal. These are men written by women.
Truly
to
written
be
by
clear.
women.
That's what we all want.
But
a man written by a woman.
Literally, we all escape into that in some way.
Yeah.
And when you have that in front of you, of course you're gonna like escape to it and want to be a part of this fantasy even for a second.
Yeah, it feels so good. I grew up reading a lot of, at least like grew up reading like softer romantic-y books, and like now I'm obviously
Pride
into, like,
and
this
Prejudice. We all,
Sure.
Mr. Darcy.
love.
Everyone has their guy.
Yeah, or like the weird magical like City of Bones. Like, there's this hot, sexy, skinny, tattooed blonde angel, and it's like, that is exactly what the cowboy looks like to me. And he's like bad, but like good to the girl he's with, and blah blah blah.
That's the part.
That's the part. And so it's like, I grew up reading about all these like hot, sexy, bad boys who are like good for the right person, and I love that concept. So then when one is presented to me, I want to go back to that fantasy. I want to go back to that escapism. And maybe because I don't want to confront the bleakness of my dating reality, like, maybe I'm trying. Anytime you're engaging in some form of escapism, it's because like there's something that you're not confronting, you're trying to run from and trying to hide from, which I guess we know that I love doing. So yeah, and I think it is a very like human experience, a very female experience. I think there's so many women out there who are using books or rom-coms or audio erotica or whatever to escape the bleakness of dating in 2026. And so yeah, we can be nice to each other about it. It's not a bad thing by any means, but I think there does come a point where, at least for me, especially like given the books that I'll read sometimes, I need breaks from romance because I think it does give me such unrealistic expectations. Like, yes, I want men in the world to raise their standard and raise the bar and become those fantasy characters, but ultimately, as mentioned, those characters are written by women. Men are in real life are not written by women all the time. They don't have good relationships to their mother. We were talking about mommy issues earlier. So I think it's good to take a break and step out of the fantasy and get back into reality at times as well.
I feel like this is sort of almost a mirror to where we were with Trinket Tom, and you're able to look at the situation now, and we're kind of in the same position where you had slept with him and you were upset about it, but now you're looking at it from a different lens.
Yeah, like, I guess looking at both of those men, there was, and this happens all the time, but like, there was a complete energy shift after having had sex with them, with Trinket Tom, and again, now with the cowboy. And with Trinket Tom, I think, yeah, I was far more enmeshed in that situation and like willing to stay in the fantasy for longer.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just because like the Trinket Tom of it all was a better actor. Like maybe he was willing to play the part and like wanted to exist in the fantasy with me and didn't want to grapple with the reality that he would be too busy in a few weeks. Whereas the cowboy, yeah, there was never any sort of pretense or expectation that we were going to start texting every day or see each other weekly or fall in love. That never felt like part of the agreement or part of the arrangement in the way that kind of felt like it was on the table with Trinket Tom. So yeah, it is interesting. And I'm really proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
I'm so proud of myself that, yeah, I can acknowledge that this situation is happening again. Like, a man's attention is falling by the wayside after he, you know, got in my pants.
He did still invite you to an event, though.
Yeah, but it's like, it's still not what I want.
Totally.
Like, it's not the type of connection I want. Like, I want someone to talk to every day. Like, I want someone actively pursuing me. And yeah, I'm sure he does like me as a friend at the very least, like is down to keep me in his life in some capacity, but like he by no means wants to move with any sort of intention. And like that's what I want right now. Like I want someone willing to fall in love with me. And granted, we barely, like, this is always something I struggle with. It's like, how can I expect someone to be texting me all the time or want to communicate with me all the time or like want to see me all the time when like realistically we barely know each other? Like I barely know that man.
Yeah.
So it's like, can I be mad if he's not reaching out all the time? I am.
Yeah, at least
should be
putting in a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
Which he is still putting.
He's
still
putting
getting you a little bit.
But then it's like, that's some toxic shit. That's like, he's giving me crumbs. He's keeping me on the line.
And I would be.
And I'm
on that line.
starving. No,
Yes.
literally, I'm
No, I
starving.
get it.
So crumbs feel like a feast.
Right.
But like, I should be holding out for the real thing.
And you're looking at it from like outside your body almost and being like, this is the way it is. But in our head, I feel like deep down, I'm like guilty of this as well.
Yeah.
Being like, well, what if it's different? Or what if I can change him? And
Yeah.
until you cut it off, it's going to be like that.
No, I know.
Because he's going to keep coming back. He has no reason not to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, until he gets bored or finds someone else he wants to chase after. And
Even then, he's going to come back.
I don't know, maybe.
They come back.
Yeah.
They love to come back. So I think no matter what you decide or choose, you have just grown so much and you know deep down what you deserve. Speaking of knowing what you deserve, is there an update with Teacher?
Yes.
Yes?
We did go on another date last
You
week.
did?
This past week, yeah.
Okay. Tell me about it. Was it sexier?
It was definitely sexier. So Tuesday night we decided to get drinks. And we had talked about how, like, over text we talked about how the Dave and Buster's of it all was fun, but like really hard to like be flirty, and like we should try to make it more romantic.
You guys
or whatever.
talked about that?
We did.
What did you like? How did you bring it up? How did she?
Well, she's like, oh, I'd want to see you again and like go out. Like obviously Dave and Buster's was fun, but maybe we try like a bar this time. And I was like, yes, like so I'm so glad you said that. Like Dave and Buster's was a blast, but it was hard to be. I said it was hard to be flirty in that sort of environment. So like definitely down for a bar.
Playing the skee ball, Mario Kart.
Yeah, I mean it was so fun. I loved it. I will die for Dave and Buster's now. Sometimes I'm saying Dave and Buster's. We better make. You should
you
be
would
getting
think
money.
it's sponsored by the time.
Yeah. So yeah, we decided to go to a bar and try to make it a bit more romantic. And so We meet at like 7:30, and it's funny, there happened to be a comedy night at the bar, and she ran into a bunch of her friends were performing comedy. So it was like, that's low-key my nightmare, to like be trying to go on this romantic ass date and then all of my friends just happen to be there for another reason.
Performing comedy as well.
Yeah. But we didn't end up seeing the comedy. Like, we just kind of stayed in a candlelit corner to ourselves.
So she didn't go see her friends. She could be in a candlelight corner with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. And yeah, the day was nice. She's definitely quite reserved, which I probably mentioned. And I felt like I was driving a lot of the conversations and a lot of the topics. And like, there would be moments where I would like kind of pause and see like, okay, like, are you gonna fill the silence now? Like, what's up? And she definitely like struggled at times. Like, granted, she would like ask me questions and be actively listening, but it felt clunky at times for sure. But I can be shy and awkward too. Like, it takes me a while to like feel comfortable with people sometimes. So it's like,
do you think she was shy?
Yeah, or maybe we're just like finding difficulty like relating. And yeah, I was like trying to be perhaps more flirty or like make eyes at her, but still it felt very much like friend vibes. I never know how long to give somebody before something romantic can build. And we'd finished our second drink, and I could sense like the date kind of coming to a close, and I wanted to figure out where her head was at and like what's up with her mindset. And I was like, hey, like, why are you on Hinge? Like, why are you dating? What are you looking for? Which is huge for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow, this is amazing.
Thank you.
What are you looking for? We've waited so long for you to say that.
I know.
I'm so proud of you.
But yeah, she had said that she is just trying to find something sort of like fun and would like to, that would ideally turn into more, like would turn into a relationship, but she's definitely more of like a take it slow kind of person and like see, figure out what the vibe is. And she had gotten out of something where she didn't like use her discernment well and ended up getting hurt, and so she's trying to like be more discerning and decisive.
So she's guarded. A
bit guarded, definitely. And then she had also said like, I can be quite reserved, like it takes me a while to open up to people. I really like you and I like seeing you and I would like to keep seeing you if you're open to that, blah blah blah, and like see what develops. And I was like, okay, great. I mean, like, honestly, same. Because, like I have no complaints about her. Like, she's lovely. I do have a nice time when I'm with her. I feel like sometimes conversation's kind of clunky. But, like, again, we've only spent now, like, 6 hours together. Like, whatever. I'm trying to do something new and trying to see, like, if something can develop. So I'm like, yeah, I'm down to see you, too. And see what happens and see where things go. And then she was like, yeah, and I don't know if I had asked her about texting, because like we weren't really texting a bunch throughout the week, which I didn't mind. I just feel like I'm so distracted these days anyway. But then she's like, yeah, I definitely don't need, like, I'm not really going to be super communicative, like, until I know I'm into somebody. Like, I'm probably not going to be texting all the time. And I was like, honestly, like, that's how I feel with you right now too. Like, I don't really want to or need to be texting you all the time. So yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've not had a conversation like this.
Yeah,
but I could tell you were trying so hard, which I'm like is amazing.
Yeah,
because normally you would be like, no.
Yeah. I just don't think there's any like red flags to justify like writing her off. I think the only reason I would write her off is because there isn't some instant sexual chemistry. But I have now learned that when I have that with somebody, 9 times out of 10, it's kind of toxic and like it fizzles out and it burns bright and fast. And it's like, okay, well, I talk about wanting to build something with somebody, so put your money where your mouth is, girl.
So we are building hammer and nail from the ground.
Yeah.
Was the touch barrier broken at all during this
candlelit
candlelit moment?
No, honestly, no. We did not. We were sitting across from each other at the table. But after that conversation, we walk outside and we go to hug goodbye, and it's like the whole time it feels so friendly, But then, like, we go to hug goodbye, and I can see her doing, like, a bob and weave as if, like, to try to kiss me. And I was like, oh. I was like, do you want a kiss? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And I'm trying to cross the street because the time's almost running out. So, like, do a quick little peck. And I'm like, okay, bye. And she's like, okay, bye. And then I, like, run away to my car. So we do
bobbed and weaved and pecked.
Yeah, a bob and a weave and a peck, and it was so awkward and silly.
How did it feel? Did you feel anything? I mean, you can't, right, in that moment?
Yeah, again, I don't want to, like, I can't possibly say with any certainty. It felt very chaste and very, like, I don't know. It was too fast. Mm-hmm. There was certainly it wasn't like an open mouth kiss. It was really silly. And again, I would love people to weigh in. How long do you give something for a sort of sexual chemistry to build? Like, does it have to be there instantly? Is that something that can develop? I don't know.
I think it can develop, but you have to be attracted to them.
Yeah.
And I think maybe there's a part of you where you're not sure about that.
Yeah, I think she's objectively really. I think she's cute. She's good looking.
People can be beautiful.
Yeah,
but it's so subjective to the person of what you find attractive and what turns you on. Even like not sexually.
Yeah.
When I'm on a date, if there are little things that they're doing that I'm like, oh, that's really attractive.
Yeah.
I think then even if it's slow, it can build.
Yeah.
You don't need to have the fireworks.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say, I think where you're gonna struggle more than anything is it seems almost like a lack of the dominance that you like.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't mind leading in a lot of situations.
But I feel like you also do like someone that takes a bit of charge, that's texting you, that's kind of being a little more forward. It feels like you're the one that's more forward in this.
Yeah, but I also just think, like, when it comes to dating women, it's like you kind of have to be.
When we started this pivot where you wanted to lean into dating women more, I know you were a little nervous. So how are you feeling now after having two very different experiences on dates with very different women?
The first woman that I had talked about recently, our Ilya Rozanov of it all. I think that pattern felt very similar to men that I've dated. Like, she was honestly just a fuckboy in a woman's body. So that didn't feel super radically different. Mm-hmm. But I'll say that dating Teacher Trish does feel different, and perhaps, like, I was just talking about wanting to potentially, like, build something with her and, like, see what happens and see where things go and get to know her and, like, let us both take our walls down and, like, take our time in that department, which I feel like is a change from how I've been dating these past couple months. So I feel like that is a fun thing to analyze. Obviously, the men I've been dating, like, don't want to build anything, don't want to take things slow. They just want to, fuck and leave. Whereas, like, it's marking an interesting change and an interesting new chapter for me to be dating women and to be dating a woman that is willing to take her time. Because, like, I like that too. Like, my favorite trope is a friends to lovers. Like, I like when things start slowly and build. Like, I think I'm better and more comfortable the longer you get to know me. So it's like I was relating to everything she was saying. Mm-hmm. It's just really different because I'm trying something new where it's like I am not instantly sexually attracted to her, but I'm going to keep seeing her regardless. Whereas everyone else I've been dating previously, I've been insanely sexually attracted to. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, guys. So I am trying to heal and I'm trying to do something different and see what happens. And I don't know. Again, she's lovely. I like her. I'm glad we kissed. Hopefully we can make things more romantic as time moves on. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm excited to see where things lead. And I think she's a lovely person. And I'm glad it's her that will help me through this journey.
I am never one to give advice, which is I always say, but we just did a reunion and all the bachelorettes came together and we were talking about our experiences and we were sorted into different groups. And there was one group that was the women who are married and engaged and it worked for them. And every single one of them said it was the guy who was behind the one that was like showing off and performing. If you looked just beyond him to the quiet one in the corner who was more reserved, who took a while to open up, every single one said that was their guy.
Wow.
There wasn't one that said the one that was jumped out of the limo and that they had the instant chemistry with, that it was them. It was always the one that took a while to open up. And I just thought it was so interesting with anyone who was successful saying that that was the right person.
Yeah.
I feel like I have so much to learn because the guy I chose, it was like the instant chemistry. It was the butterflies. It was the whirlwind, which is what I wanted as a 26-year-old. But going back now, if I was older and had that advice, I would always probably look for the quieter one and the one who was slower to tell me what they felt. So I think it can work if, you know.
Yeah, it definitely can.
The want is there.
Yeah. And I have a friend where he like kind of ended up wearing down his now wife, where like they went to high school together and ended up, I don't think they dated in high school, but like he knew it was her from the beginning, like wanted her so bad. And she was like, no, like what? Absolutely not. Like this will never be a thing. What? And then he just like patiently waited, was always there, would always like check in every like few months or years, be like, can I take you out yet? Can I take you out yet? And eventually she said yes.
She caved eventually.
Yeah, which like maybe like you really wore her down like that. I don't know if that's what we all need to do, but like I think there is something to that where it's like he was patient enough to still be there in her corner and like let her live her life and just see if there was a point where the timing was right. Because it's like, yeah, I feel like that it's so often timing when it comes to dating and love, and it's hard to meet people where they're at. So it's nice to just, keep seeing someone to see what happens and see if you can end up growing together and walk the same path together. So yeah.
Everyone I've had that crazy chemistry with, it has never worked out.
Yeah.
Not one time.
Same.
Well, none of them have worked out because I'm still single. But nevertheless, I think there is something to say about that steady foundation and the patience and the waiting and the yearning, which we all love. Yeah. Which is what you guys are setting up for in a way.
Even if, you know, we don't get too much more romantic than our silly little kiss on the sidewalk, then at least it's still not time wasted, because I do like her and I'm not trying to force it or try to make something happen that isn't there. But yeah, I ultimately want to find someone to spend the rest of my life with, which means that I should ideally like them as well as love them. So I'm looking for a friend. I'm looking for a bestie first.
Yeah.
And I think this is a outcome of dating women. Like, it's harder to perhaps tell if we are more friendly than romantic. But something I really like about this particular experience is that we're not rushing the romance. Like, usually on a first date, like, I'm having a hot, steamy makeout in the back of my fucking car. Like,
what date has not ended with the hot, steamy makeout by the car? I'm trying to think of one that hasn't. The guy who was the friend.
The friend of the cowboy.
The friend of the cowboy.
I didn't kiss him.
That was the one date.
Yeah, otherwise I'm making out with someone in the back
Even
of
with Ilya, there's the steamy hot makeup every time.
Yes. Which is fun.
It's so much fun.
Everyone should try it, but
the steamy hot makeout at the car is what I imagined dating was going to be like when I was a kid.
Yes. And especially because, like, I'm a late bloomer, so, like, I didn't get that. Like, I didn't make out in the back of a car in high school. Like, I'm doing that now. 10 years later.
She was in CCD, and now she's having hot steamy makeouts in Silver Lake.
Yes.
And she's allowed to.
And I'm allowed to. But yeah, something I like about this particular experience is that we didn't have a hot steamy makeout. Like, we are taking our time with the romance, which is something that both, like, Pam and Alessandro touched on, is like, go slow. Like, there's no rush. Like, you don't need to put out on the first date, girlfriend. Like, protect your heart and your spirit.
Both say that.
They both said that. We'll see.
We need that psychic here now.
Yeah.
What's her zodiac sign?
A Leo. Which is crazy, because she does not read as Leo.
I literally am obsessed with Leos. I can't tell you the last time I dated someone wasn't a Leo.
Really?
I will pick a man
And
out
that's
of a
your problem.
lineup. I don't know what it is, though. I'll pick a man out of a lineup, and I will look up, like, the zodiac signs, whatever. Sometimes they're just available to me. And I'm like, and it'll say Leo, and I'm like, yeah. Like, I didn't even have to read that.
Okay, but okay.
Isn't that weird?
Bestie.
Please, I know. We're not getting into me today. I know.
No.
I haven't talked to a
honey.
man in 6 months, so I'm on
You're
the
strong.
up and up.
But you need to find out what the zodiac sign is that is the one behind the Leo. The
I need to date
subtle-
a Capricorn, a
Period.
Pisces, or a
Period.
Scorpio. Those are my most compatible.
Okay, yes. Earth and water
Or
go good
Taurus.
together.
I'm a Taurus, Venus.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's like my love. That's the love one.
Yeah.
What's your Venus?
Sagittarius.
I was like, it's gonna be something flighty and like
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Yes.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I love adventure and independence and also people that like someone that could teach me something. Like I like learning something.
Mhm.
Every time I look up what it means to have a Venus in Sagittarius, it's always like you might date a foreigner. Like you want someone that expands your worldview.
Mm-hmm. What better than a teacher to expand your view?
So true. So true.
She can show you the world in so many
Yes.
ways. Do you have any dates planned for next week?
Nothing planned yet, but I do have a little surprise. Something
is
that
it?
came.
I love surprises.
Something that came down the woodworks. So I work at a restaurant, and at one point there was this guy and this girl at one of my tables, and I was just like chatting with them, and like we had really good banter. Like we were totally riffing, but like since he was with a girl, I was like, maybe that's his girlfriend. Like I don't really know what the vibe is. But he had gone to the bathroom at some point, and the girl was like, my friend thinks you're really cute and wants to leave his number, but like he feels weird about it.
Wait, and you guys have good friendship chemistry.
I know, like we had
right
good
off the
banter.
bat. Yay, okay.
Which was crazy. So I was like, and he's cute. Probably like a different type than I'm usually attracted to. Like he seems more of like a skater boy type vibe, but whatever.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my god. Like I kind of do too.
Skinny pretty boy.
Yeah.
California skater boy.
Like he's gonna wear a lot of like black zip up hoodies type
Aw.
vibe. Sure.
What were you guys chatting about?
When I'm my like server persona, like I'm blacking out talking to the tables. Like if I'm doing bits, it's just
Getting the tips.
yeah.
You don't
Like
care.
I'm not locking it in the dome. I don't give
Especially
it.
when
Like
they're with
I'm-
a girl.
As
Like,
soon as they leave, I forget all about them. Like on to the next performance. You know, like I don't. It hardly matters.
on to the next performance is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like that's how I feel. I'm a little monkey dancing for my tips. There's so much going on up here. I can't keep what this random man said. Like I can't hold that down. Sorry. So yeah, I don't know what we talked about,
Wait,
but I
what did-
remember we like laughed. We were all like laughing a lot and like engaging in like silly little bits.
What did you tell the friend?
That yeah, he can leave his number. Why not?
yeah.
Why the fuck
Like I'm
not?
actually on this dating journey. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I need a third person in the roster.
I do. My roster's low. So yeah, he eventually leaves his number and leaves. And I kind of forget about it for a few days. This happened like a couple weeks ago, honestly. Like I honestly forget about it. I forgot about it for like up to 5 days, and eventually I text him. And when I go to text him, we have the same area code.
New York?
Yeah, but like not New York City. And I was like, low key, bro, same. Like, what the hell?
The stars are aligning?
No, I'm like, I love that. I love how sometimes you have to, like, you can grow up in the same part of the world, but you have to move across the country to meet somebody. And, like, that's so cool and so beautiful and so fun.
So serendipitous.
So serendipitous. But then when I texted him, I was like, oh, do you want to get coffee Sunday? And that was probably, like, a week or two ago. And he was like, oh, I would love to, but I'm in San Francisco for a work trip.
So he has a job?
He is employed. And he travels for said job, which is great.
It's already a plus.
No, he's a winner. So then yeah, he's like, but I'd love to when I get back. And I was like, okay, great. You just like hit me up when you're back in town and we could like plan something. So he texted me, I think yesterday evening, and was like, I'm back if you want to get that.
So he
coffee.
followed up, which is huge because we always
followed
talk about the
up.
gap when they go out of town or you go out of town is always like the gap of death.
Yeah.
And he texted. Wait,
And
this
he
is actually huge.
texted. Yes.
And so
Honestly, I haven't responded yet. Sorry.
get your phone out immediately. Where's your phone?
It's right here. But no, I'll respond. I might ask him for coffee Sunday or.
Do it now.
No.
Fine. Wait, What's the last thing you texted?
Casey, I have returned. Let's get coffee someday. So I will propose Sunday.
Be like,
morning.
I'm free. Blushing emoji.
No. No. Friends, guys, we're friends. Friends to lovers. Let's relax.
This emoji.
Yeah.
Gray heart.
We're getting coffee. We're not getting drinks. Like, I'm not leading myself into temptation of a drunk car makeout.
Lead myself not to temptation, but deliver me from evil.
No.
Literally, truly deliver me. I love how many women it takes to always send a text. Like, men will truly never know.
The behind the scenes,
Hopefully, maybe one day he'll see how many brains it took to.
Guys, the only answer is to get on the Dating Debrief podcast and keep dating with fiery intention. But no, like, even who I was a year ago, like, I would need at least 3 months to recover from a fucking situationship.
Yeah.
Keep putting yourself out there, even when you don't want to, even when you're defeated. Someone could surprise you, and you will surprise yourself. So just keep going.
The universe is literally conspiring for you to succeed at this right now, and I
Yeah.
feel it.
No, literally, there are so many fish in the sea, and there are so many cool, attractive, interesting people out there. You just have to keep pushing yourself to meet them. Is really the best advice.
And you're not, like, energetically closing anyone off. I think sometimes when I get in my head about someone, I'm walking around with, like, a gray cloud almost.
Mm-hmm.
And having this podcast, you almost have to always be open.
Yeah.
And it truly feels like it's opening so many doors for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really crazy. I wasn't sure that I could date at this frequency and be emotionally available as often as I have been. So yeah, I've really surprised myself.
I can't wait for next week and all 3 of our updates.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, what an episode. I'm excited to see what's going to happen on this date next week, so make sure you guys stay tuned for some clips for next week's episode.
I walk up to this place and I can see him from a distance, and before he even sees me, and the whole time I'm looking at him, I'm like, I could just leave right now. I should just leave right now. The energy pouring off of this man is crazy. And then we get to the dinner making portion of the evening, and it was not a baked mac and cheese. This man does pull out like a box of mac and cheese. And mind you, he makes a point to say that he stole all of those items.
But he stole it for you. He stole it for you.
But it was, yeah.